What's up, everyone? This is Jam with Denk Studios coming at you with another Waves demo. So today we're going to talk a little bit about some plugins that maybe aren't so fancy, maybe not so attractive to you. You want all the fun toys, but I'm going to tell you this is the most vital thing to any mix that you will ever do in your entire career. This mix has to be done with EQ. And Waves has a whole selection of beautiful EQs with lots of options. They have their Q suite, which is really good at getting every single frequency that you want in and out of your mix. They have the REQ, all kinds of great stuff. So today we're just going to do mostly, I'll add a few other things in here, but this can make your mix big. This can make your mix pleasant. All the things that you need to make crispy, wonderful sounds. You cannot live without good EQs. These EQs are industry standard. People use them all the time. And today I'm just going to go through this song with you and I'll show you what I do with EQ to make my sound big and clean and everything that you want to know. So here we go. Let's get into it. I have a song here that I produced. It's called Go Home. It is a folk country type song. I'm in love with this one because of the fact that this is not my genre and it's not my usual style, but I absolutely love the dynamics in this song, and I have gotten rid of everything that I've used on it, and we're just going to use some EQ to make this thing sound beautiful. So as we run through this song, you're going to hear a few things. You're going to hear some really high, like 20K blistering. You can hear it in the banjo, and it's just really unpleasant to your ears. There's parts in the guitar section that are just really unpleasant. And we're going to go ahead and sweep our EQs to make it sound bigger. EQ things different on right and left. So let's just go ahead and start with, I'm going to play you a section of the song, and then we'll go from there. So you can hear it. All those really, really high tinnies that you can hear in there. And we're going to go and sweep them out, and we're going to do some panning. So let's start with our banjo track here. And this banjo track also has a little bit of other instrument mixed in with this section, just because that's how I was able to get the stem, and I used a banjo sampler. So it's not 100% clean, which is great for EQ. So let's play these two together. And you can hear those really high tinnies. So let's solo one. We're going to pull up our EQ from Waves, and we're going to use the mono, because this is a mono stem, and we're going to just use the 4. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple looking EQ. There's your type of filters. You can do like high pass, low pass, band. You can change the sweep size, and this show will go up and down in the frequencies and the gain. So you can actually, what's really cool about this is it gives you a nice visual of where your frequencies are. You can make it, if you want them in different visuals, you can have them here so you can see and hear at the same time, which is always nice. So let's go ahead and play just that one, and we're going to sweep out just that really high frequency from it. So we're going to take this and we're going to change it to a low pass. And we can change the cut so it's harder or softer. I'm going to do a hard cut because I really want to get that really nasty ting out of there. but we don't want to lose the sparkle. So let's just boost around about 2K to get our sparkle. And then we're going to get that nice warm sound right here by boosting in the 500 to 600 range. And then we're going to go ahead and create a low pass, or I mean a high pass, to just kind of get some of that mud out. We're going to do a high cut on that. So this is before, or this is after. This is before. So you can tell the difference when just doing that, getting those frequencies out of there. So we're going to go ahead and save that one. And then we're going to open up the other one. And we're going to use the same plugin, Renaissance EQ. And for this one, I am just going to do a low pass, but I'm going to do it so where it's not so cutting so much. Okay, so we got that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this banjo bigger. So I'm going to pan left and right. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of delay on the right side. And we're going to keep this consistent. Anywhere we put delay, we're going to do it on the right. This keeps us from getting muddy. So this is the H Delay Mono by Waves. And this is an incredible plugin. We are going to do a video completely on this plugin. Don't you worry. But that's for a different day. So we're going to turn it down to like a little tiny bit and no feedback almost. And we're going to cut some more of that high out of there on the right. And a little bit of low because we don't want those things delaying. Then we're going to listen. So we haven't gotten all that squeak out, but that's okay because that's the instrument and that's the noise that it makes. But we just got out those frequencies that are really, really sticking out there. Okay, so now we're going to grab our bass guitar here. So we have our bass here, and we're going to play that. We're going to just pull up another EQ here. And for this one, I just need two because I'm just going to do a little bit of a sweep here. I'm just cutting a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to boost that mid. And we're going to just do a bell so I can boost just a little bit of that mid. So I'm cutting out that deep bass, but I'm pushing just a little bit of the mid-range on it so that it has a warmer tone to it. Sounds wonderful. So let's listen to our banjos and our bass together. Perfect. So that sounds really nice. And all we did was EQ. We didn't do anything special to it other than that. So now we're going to go grab our acoustic guitar, which also has kind of those like high tennies in them. So let's listen to that. So it has some of those wang, but we don't want to lose the sparkle. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to EQ just those frequencies out. I don't like to use a lot of sweep EQ where you pull it like way down and pull those frequencies out individually. A lot of people do. That's preference. I like to do it this way because I don't want to go through every single track pulling out those references just to go back into my master bus and have to boost everything back up because I lost some of those frequencies. So we'll pull up our Renaissance EQ again. And we're going to go ahead and play just that soloed left, which is going to be our left. And for this one, I'm going to take out some highs and some lows. And then for the other one, I'm just going to take out the highs. So let's play that. So you see where the guitar kind of goes whoa right in here? That's what I'm shaving off. So you still have this guitar brightness, but you don't have the things that stick out and hurt your ears. Then we'll do the same to this one here. Cool, so here's them together. And then we'll go ahead and on the right side, we're going to add our delay. I'm going to cut high and a little low, take it down to almost nothing, just for widening purposes. And then we're going to pan left, we're going to pan right, about 50%, 60%-ish. Let's try all the way. That sounds nicer. So I'm going to do a hard pan on those because they're kind of the background. And then we're going to listen to all this together. Cool. So now we're just going to go ahead and throw the piano on. Let's listen to this piano. I think that piano sounds warm and beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and just play these all here. So now it just all sounds warmer and bigger, and there's room for a vocal that won't get in the way of everything. So I'm really happy with that. And then a few other things that we have added here. We have a low fiddle, which comes in on the bridge here. It has like a similar squeak in it, but I think sounds really natural. So we can just go ahead and leave that as it is. You can mess with the EQ to make it sound like a completely different instrument if you want. So you can go into the EQ and say, oh, I want it to sound all highs or all lows. And you can go ahead and grab that EQ, and I'll just show you how different you can make stuff sound just by using the EQs here. So we got that soloed. So let's go ahead and play it, and I'll show you around. That actually sounds pretty great, so let's leave it and see how it sounds in the mix. Beautiful. Now let's listen to our high fiddle. Okay, so that has a lot of natural room reverb on it, which I love. That's why I picked it. So I don't want to EQ that out, but let's just take a look and we got here. And let's just do a little bit of pass in that. Just a little bit. That sounds great. So just a little bit to kind of round it out, but without losing the sparkle. So now let's go ahead and throw our everything together, including our drums, and let's listen to that whole section with the fiddle here. And the only thing I've done is a little bit of delay and a little bit of EQ. So I'm going to open up the different EQs for you just so you can take a look at them. But they're very responsive. What I like best about the Renaissance EQ compared to stock EQ that comes with Reaper is that it's very sensitive and it actually cuts properly. Whereas the REQ will cut, it says it's doing it, but I can tell the difference between cutting in the Renaissance EQ and cutting in my stock plugin. And it comes in the Waves bundle. You get them all in the Waves bundle anyway, plus all the fun stuff. It's very responsive. And there's just so much that you can do with EQ. You can completely change the sound of an instrument. So get to know it, do some ear training, and learn everything that you can about EQ. Just play with it. Open it up, cut frequencies in and out, see how different things sound, and go from there. But let's just open this up for you, and I'll just go through. So you've seen the Renaissance EQ. There is also the Q suite here. And you can get all the way up to 10 in mono and stereo. So take a look at this thing. Let me make sure that my video is not in the way. So here's your entire spectrum of frequencies, and you can move these around to mess with anything going on here. This is all your different bands. You can see the frequencies demonstrated here. You can decide if you want to do like this, which slices out. Let's say you have a ring on your snare and you need to slice that out. This is like the precision cut there. You can do all those different styles, everything you want to do there. Every single piece of the sound you can mess with. So this is pretty great. There's also a legacy visual. So if you like the old school equalizer, that's pretty neat. And you can decide your precision, 1 or 2. And it's pretty cool looking. Plus it's got, this nice rainbow action here, so you get a cool visual as well. And it's not a flashy plugin, but it is a fun plugin, and it's a great place to start in audio engineering. If you want to learn how to mix really well, learn how to EQ really well, and get a nice EQ suite. If you don't have the resources to do that and you want to use the stock ones, they work just fine. But I do highly recommend the Renaissance package. So if you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you want your song featured on one of these Waves demos, please just shoot me an email. Go to dankstudios.com. Fill out the little form, and I would be happy to throw one of your songs on these Waves demos that I'm going to be doing. And if you would like more feedback on your mixes or things that you're doing, please feel free to go to Facebook and join the Mixing It Up group. We do have mix critiques. You can share your music and get feedback from a wonderful community. We have a STEM club on Friday that we give you free mix stems to use and play with and post your work. So hit us on up over there, or hit me up if you want your song featured. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.